Okay, students. Now, suppose if I happen to give you 3 examples, students. Suppose if I give you a plastic object, and to this plastic object, students, I'm trying to give a certain force to rotate it. Elastic body को मैं force दे रहा हूँ और rigid body को force दे रहा हूँ. मुझे बताओ students, how should be the force applied? Then a student who will say, sir, अगर किसी body को rotate करना है, students, so what exactly? So you'll go for tangential force. You'll go for tangential force. This is the tangential force, and how is this force acting? Perpendicular. What exactly one force into perpendicular distance we call as? There will be a torque. So it's for a body to undergo rotational motion, I need to see to that you apply a torque to the body. Yani torque की वजह से the body will undergo rotational motion. Or I can also say, so let us go for a couple of forces we consider. That means what? Two forces equal in magnitude, opposite in direction, acts between the ends of a body, and the body is said to rotate about a given axis. What kind of motion the body is going to possess? The body is certainly going to possess what kind of motion? Rotational motion, students. यानी rotational motion के लिए students हमें force चाहिए. लेकिन what kind of force is that? It's not a linear force, students. It's a product of R into F, and that R into F is simply called as tau, and that is called as torque, students. If I want to make, the answer is, students, if I want to make a body to move along a straight path, students, I'm going to go for linear force. I'm going to push the body or pull the body, so that is linear force. But if I want a body to rotate about a given axis, I need to apply external unbalanced torque. क्या ये clear हुआ सबसे पहले?
Yes, sir.
That is why the word dynamics comes. Students, dynamics का मतलब क्या है? We are trying to understand rotational motion of a body, but knowing the cause for its motion. And what is the cause for the motion? Torque. अब मुझे बताओ students, अगर suppose मैंने 3 ऐसे objects लिए, consider there are 3 spherical objects, okay? एक है plastic, दूसरा है elastic और तीसरा है rigid. Okay, and you apply torque to all the 3. Students, you apply torque to all the 3 bodies. मुझे बोलो कौन सा body will undergo pure rotational motion? Will it be plastic? Will it be elastic? Or will it be rigid?
Rigid.
Rigid.
Why rigid? What's the reason for it?
Because it's a fixed this one.
Pardon?
Hardened.
Sir, it has fixed radius.
Fixed radius. So what? So what if it's fixed radius? Students, force say, okay, what are the effects of forces? Chalo, what are the effects of forces? Tell me. A force applied to a body, can it change the shape of the body temporarily?
Yes.
It depends on the object.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. But can it deform temporarily?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can it deform permanently also?
Yes, sir.
At the same time, it cannot deform also. तो किसके ऊपर depend होगा? Students, that depends on to the nature of the body. And students, nature of the body का मतलब, what am I trying to say? Sir, it's depends on to the arrangement of atoms and molecules. अगर मैंने 3 objects लिए students, ध्यान से सुनना. So in case of plastic, students, the atoms and molecules are slightly far away from each other. In case of elastic bodies, the atoms and molecules are slightly closer. And in case of rigid body, the atoms and molecules are very closely and compactly placed. यानी स्टूडेंट्स, अगर मैं बाहर से कोई टॉर्क दूं भी, एक्सटर्नल फोर्स भी दूं स्टूडेंट्स, एक्सटर्नल फोर्स भी देता हूं, then too also these particles do not change their mean position. The reason for it is because in case of rigid body, students, the internal restoring force is maximum. In case of rigid body, students, there is one force. The answer, students, there is one force which is acting between the two molecules of a given body. And what is this? What does this force try to do? This will try to make the particles to restore their position back. जो कि यहाँ पे possible नहीं है, यहाँ पे नहीं है. Students, यहाँ पे internal restoring force कम है. In case of elastic body, the internal restoring force is less. In case of plastic body, the internal restoring force is the least. तभी जाके students, अगर जरा भी उसको external force लगा, तो ये body deform हो सकता है. ये body deform होगा, लेकिन वापस अपने shape में आ जा सकता है. A simple example, students, take a TT ball, take a table tennis ball, okay, a TT ball, a table tennis ball, and students try to give a hit to that particular ball tangentially, or try to hit it hard onto the wall. What's going to happen? What will happen?
It will revert back.
It's going to deform itself. Like, can I say that can be a permanent deformation?
No.
Why not? क्यों नहीं? टेबल टेनिस बॉल के बारे में बात कर रहा हूं मैं. लॉन्ग टेनिस के नहीं, टेबल टेनिस.
Yes, sir.
A small white color का ball, छोटा वाला. If you hit it hard with a bat onto it, or if you hit a hard slice into it, तो कहाँ पे bend नहीं हो जाता है वो ball? थोड़ा सा भी bend नहीं होता. यानी क्या हुआ है? Permanent deformation हो गया. Students, are you getting it?
सर वो पुल आउट भी हो
Yes.
जाता है कभी.
Pardon?
It can be pulled out.
No, I didn't get you. I didn't get you.
Sir, the table tennis ball, the deformation can be pulled out.
How can you pull out in that case? I mean to say that can be done for any object. You can,
Yes,
if I give you a metal body, also, if I deform it, I can again do denting of it and try to make it more easy.
Yes, sir.
So I'm just trying to explain students ki how are the alignment of atoms and molecules. Students, plastic body के अंदर atoms and molecules are far away from each other. तो अगर suppose उनका position change होगा ना, they will not be able to restore its position back. In case of elastic body क्या होगा? They will change its shape, but again it can restore. For example, if I take a rubber ball, since you take a rubber ball and somebody hits the ball hard and he hits it slightly inclined, you might come across the shape. At times you might be looking into the game of cricket. People who actually play with rubber ball. I'm not speaking about cricket ball. I'm not speaking about that hard cricket ball. Even students, that hard cricket ball also gets permanent deformation.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen that a person who's hitting 4s and 6s to a great extent? फिर क्या होता है जब ये वो बॉल डिफॉर्म होता है तो अंपायर कॉल्स फॉर अ रिंग. एक छोटी सी रिंग होती है स्टूडेंट्स. All the umpires, they have a ring in the pocket. If the shape of the ball changes, students, they try to make that ball to pass through that ring. If it doesn't pass through the ring, that means the shape has changed. तो वो क्या हुआ? Permanent deformation हो गया students. तो वो किसकी वजह से हुआ है? Because of the alignment of atoms and molecules in this case. Yes, Priyu, you want to say something?
Sir, but that, like for instance, that cricket ball is a rigid substance. So आपने तो बोला internal restoration force is max. So how can it like change?
In case of rigid body, students, the internal restoring force is maximum. यहाँ पे particles do not change their main position. Why? Because the atoms and molecules are very closely and compactly placed. Students, intermolecular space is negligible. Intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules is very, very large. अगर तुम उसको force दोगे भी, उनको तुम force दोगे भी, एक tangential force भी दिया तो भी particles अपना position change नहीं करेंगे. Such bodies are called to be rigid body. Now suppose अगर ध्यान से सुनना, a simple example we can consider for an elastic body, a clay. Have you seen those people who do potteries? They make
Yes, sir.
pots of clay,
Yes,
so
sir.
they rotate about a fixed axis, they give shape to that particular pot. यानी है क्या वो कौन सा body? It's an elastic body. Shape देने के लिए what exactly? They give a tangential force all the time, and the shape changes. Shape changes. Permanent deformation के लिए what exactly I'm considered? With a plastic body we consider, for example, a dove we consider. So that's a permanent deformation we consider. Any rotational motion को समझने के लिए students, I have to go for a rigid body. We can't understand rotational motion in case of elastic or plastic. So when somebody asks you students, what is rotational motion? What is the answer? Rotation of a body about a fixed axis. Second point, what kind of body you'll be considering for rotational motion? Your body will be a rigid body. Third, what's the reason for it to be a rigid body? What's the reason? The answer is, in a rigid body, since the intermolecular space is negligible, intermolecular force of attraction is maximum, therefore the internal restoring force in rigid body is maximum. Thus, when external deforming forces are applied, the body do not change its shape or size. Such bodies are called to be rigid body, and such bodies undergo pure rotational motion. But if in case if I go for elastic or plastic body, what happens? This body undergoes deformation, might be temporarily, but it has gone under deformation. What about plastic body? It might undergo permanent deformation. So in all the cases, what exactly I need to apply? Force. In case of force, we use the word torque. And students, torque is simply considered as what? Torque is simply moment of force. And students, it is defined as the product of momentum, and the magnitude of force applied, students. So moment of force is defined as the product of magnitude of force acting normally with respect to what? The momentum or the line joining the axis of rotation and the force of application, students. This is called as your torque process. Now, suppose if I happen to give you two forces, equal in magnitude, opposite direction, acting at two ends of a body, what happens to the body? The body undergoes rotational motion. So, students, torque is not a force. Students, torque is not a force. Torque we can consider is simply called as moment of force, not force. The word torque stands for moment of force. That means a kind of a force, which makes a body to undergo rotation. Turning effect due to application of a force is called moment of force, and that is called as torque. Students, the word moment का मतलब क्या? What exactly moment stands for? Turning effect. क्या ये part clear हुआ, students?
Yes, sir.
All of you all, not just one. Neha.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So students, whenever somebody asks you what exactly moment of force we consider is, then simply moment of force we consider is simply it's a force when applied in a body, the body undergoes a turning effect. So such a force is called as moment of force, and it's simply a product of force applied and the momentum we consider, and the unit is Newton meter, students. That's torque we consider. Now, when I speak about to understand rotation motion, should we go for a rigid body? Yes, we always consider rigid body. Like students, listen carefully. As such in physics, there is no object considered to be perfectly rigid, perfectly elastic, perfectly plastic. I repeat, in physics, there is no object called perfectly elastic, perfectly rigid, perfectly plastic. Just now, I gave an example of a plastic body, TT ball, but somebody literally said, okay, sir, we can bring it back to its shape. So मैंने कहा बोला ये perfectly plastic body है. Plastic body. Are you getting it? So can be possible. So students, physics mein as such, there is no body considered to be perfectly plastic, perfectly elastic, and perfectly rigid. Yes, we can give certain examples of rigid body. A simple example, a car which you see it on a road. Okay, it's made up of a metallic part of it. What exactly? Can be considered rigid. It's a rigid. Diamond is a rigid we consider. Okay, it's a hard substance we consider. But that again depends at what temperatures you have tried to consider it. Students, when I speak about with respect to rigid body, students, okay, so the intermolecular force between them will be very small, very large. Intermolecular space is very small, we consider, and the internal restoring force is maximum. Such bodies are called to be rigid bodies. So we'll go for rigid body to understand your mechanism of rotational dynamics. Can I proceed further right now, students?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now before going further, let us go for certain terms related to rotational. Students, I'll try to put forward variables. Okay, students, what we simply consider as of the variables, we use it for translational. So before going for it, students, let me put forward the concept of inertness. The answer is no, students, okay? Inertness offered. Listen carefully. Inertness offered to a rigid body rotating about a fixed axis. What is it called? Then you'll say, sir, the answer is no. measure of mass is simply measure of inertia. Greater the mass, greater is the inertia. Greater is a tendency for body to maintain its state of rest. ये कौन सा inertia हुआ? तो ये तुम बोलोगे translation. Students, अगर body का mass ज़्यादा है, students, if the body is of greater mass, can I say the resistance offered to its motion will be much more? Why? Because mass is greater. Mass greater होने से हुआ क्या? उसका inertness बढ़ गया है, inertia बढ़ गया. Inertia बढ़ गया यानी क्या? उसकी tendency of what? Tendency of a body to maintain a state of rest or sort of uniform motion or direction. So students, जब भी हमने translation motion के बारे में पढ़ा था, maybe you must have learned it in class 9th. When you learn about translation motion, students, यानी motion of a body along a straight line. So students, what exactly of a given body, which physical quantity of that particular body will offer inertia, tendency to for it to make it to come to rest? Then your answer should be mass of that body. So exactly same thing, students, exactly same thing by analog. By analog, we consider the inertness offered to a rigid body rotating about its fixed axis. What is this we call? Friends, what is this we call? This is called as moment of mass or moment of inertia. Denoted by very well capitalized. Students, see, measure of mass is measure of inertia. ये है tendency of a body to maintain its rest. लेकिन यहाँ पे कौन सा motion की बात कर रहे हो? Turning effect. And students, what is the term? What is a term associated with inertness offered? What is a term associated with inertness offered to a body rotating about its own axis? Moment of mass. Or you can also call it as moment of inertia, denoted by variable capital R. Is this clear to all of you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ishan, cylinders कहाँ पे rotate होता है, my dear? Ishan, in case of at which cylinders in engine कहाँ पे rotate होता है, my dear? Cylinders तो आगे पीछे होता है. Pistons move up and down. Cars के अंदर piston आगे पीछे होता है, linear motion होता है, my dear. You getting it? कहाँ पे rotation होता है? And Neha, if in case no Anand, it's please students, Anand is asking क्या rotation and circle is one and the same. Anand, you only answer. Anand, where exactly you are stationed right now on planet Earth? Yes or no? Anand, are you
Sorry,
stationed
sir.
on planet Earth? Yes or no? Anand, are you there?
Yes, sir. Could you please repeat, sir?
So are you stationed on planet Earth? Isn't it? Anand, are you stationed on planet Earth? That's my question to you is.
Yes, sir.
What kind of motion Earth is performing, circular or rotational?
The circular.
Circular around the sun, but rotating about its own axis. I was thinking about rotational. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
यानी अर्थ अगर अर्थ को तुम रिवॉल्व कराओगे सन के अराउंड तो वो उसका मोशन सर्कुलर है, लेकिन उसी टाइम पे अर्थ रोटेट भी तो कर रहा है ना. अर्थ रोटेटिंग अबाउट इट्स ओन एक्सिस, व्हाट इज दैट कॉल्ड? रोटेशनल मोशन.
हाँ, sir. समझा.
Are you getting it? So the difference is totally different. Circular motion is to make a body to revolve, in a circular path or along a constant, along an arc with a constant radius, or along the circumference of a circle. Whereas rotational motion is to rotate about a fixed axis. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
My dear, the torque in the car is the rotation of the tires when you try to make it to rotate about a given axis. Ishan, who's that? जब भी तुम turning effect पे रहते हो ना students, ईशान, जब भी तुम rotate करते हो ना, तो उस time पे क्या degree पे तुम्हारे, see one thing, students, Ishan is asking about torque in a car. सबसे पहले Ishan, you answer me, मुझे ये बता Ishan, whenever a car is in motion, I'm speaking about four-wheelers. Okay, मुझे बता, do the front wheel are more important while considering the drive, or the rear wheel are more important? Which one has a more wear and tear, front wheel or the rear? Ishan Deshmukh is rear. No, my dear, it's a front wheel. Ishan, front wheel. Rear wheel कभी भी नहीं होगा. Students, फ्रंट व्हील हमेशा अपना डायरेक्शन चेंज कर सकते हैं. ईशान, रेयर व्हील तो फॉलो करेंगे. ईशान, कभी कभी टो डाउन वैन को देखा है, जो गाड़ी रोड पे उठाते हैं, उनको देखा है कभी कैसे उठाते हैं वो? Do they hook the car from engine side or from the dicky side? From the engine side or from the back side? कहाँ से they lift the car? Engine. उसका मतलब क्या हुआ? पीछे के टायर्स फॉलो स्ट्रेट. जहां पे आगे का टायर लेके जाएगा पीछे वाले. स्टूडेंट्स, पीछे वाले टायर्स अपना डायरेक्शन चेंज ही नहीं करते हैं. स्टूडेंट्स, उनको जिस डायरेक्शन में आगे वाला लेके जा रहा है उसी डायरेक्शन में दे फॉलो इट, तो उनका वेयर एंड टेयर बहुत कम होता है. फ्रंट व्हील का टॉर्क करना जरूरी, बिकॉज व्हेन यू मूव द स्टीयरिंग व्हील, स्टूडेंट्स, द फ्रंट व्हील स्टार्ट्स रोटेटिंग टू एंड फ्रो. आई गेटिंग इट? सो द टॉर्क इज इन दैट केस, दैट इज इन न्यूटन मीटर. Okay, students. Now, so let me speak about the students once again. Students, if a body has a greater mass, the greater mass will offer more inertness for that body to perform translation motion. Likewise, identically, by analog, almost similar in that case, if a body has a greater mass, if a rotating body has a greater mass, then more is the inertness for the body to rotate. A simple example, if I happen to consider, students, listen carefully. Suppose if I happen to go for a spherical body. Now this body is quite huge enough. Let us say this body is placed on a platform. Students, I've made it to be on a platform. Let us say this is 100 kilogram body, and the other body is 50 kilogram. Same size, I consider 50 kilogram. Since I want both the bodies to rotate. So what am I going to give? I'm going to give a torque, tangential force. So मुझे ये बताओ, कहाँ पे तुम्हें external unbalance वो ज्यादा देना पड़ेगा? For a body of mass 100 kilogram or for a body of mass 50 kilogram? Where do you apply
100.
more amount of
100
torque?
kg mass.
100.
आ गया समझ में आ रहा है? ये moment of mass का मतलब क्या हुआ? The word moment का मतलब turning effect. Friends, turning effect of a body certainly depends on the mass of the body. जितना ज्यादा mass, friends, जितना ज्यादा mass, उतना ज्यादा वो inertia offer करेगा, उतना ही ज्यादा उसको external unbalanced torque चाहिए. So what is the term used in order to offer inertia? Listen carefully. What is the term used in order to offer inertia for a body to perform rotation motion? Moment of mass, moment of inertia, capital I. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ सबको?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
ट्रांसलेशनल मोशन में स्टूडेंट्स मास को हम मेजर करते हैं किलोग्राम में, लेकिन मोमेंट ऑफ मास और मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया को मेजर करते हैं किलोग्राम मीटर स्क्वायर. यानी स्टूडेंट्स, What is moment of mass? What is moment of inertia? Then what is the definition? Students, the definition of moment of mass or moment of inertia, students, is defined as the algebraic sum of mass of each constituent particle. The algebraic sum of mass of each constituent particle. Mass of each constituent particle. And the square of the distance of that particle. And the square of the distance of that particle from the axis of rotation, where I stands for the first particle to I stands for nth particle. This algebraic sum, students, is called capital I. So now see, what is the definition of moment of inertia, students? Moment of inertia is defined as, listen carefully, moment of inertia for a rigid body is defined as algebraic sum of the product of mass of each particle and the square of the distance of that particle from the axis of rotation is called moment of mass or moment of inertia. This I stands for, it can be either one particle or I can be n number of particles. What is the unit of this moment of inertia? It's a product of mass into square of the distance. Therefore, the unit is kilogram meter square. क्या ये clear हुआ सबको?
Yes, sir.
अभी देखो, ये देखो rigid body लिया. Students, ये किसके लिए था? Rigid body के लिए. Rigid body में how the atoms and molecules are very closely and compactly placed. Students, each and every object. Let us say this is M1, M2, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6. सबका मैं summation ले लेता हूँ, students. सबका summation में ले लेता हूँ, students. What exactly that is called as moment of mass? That is moment of inertia. और जितना ज़्यादा moment of inertia होगा, students, उतना ज़्यादा inertness offer होगा. या second way, students, जितना तुम्हारे distribution, ध्यान से सुनना, what is the formula for I? अगर तुम ध्यान से देखो students, अगर मैं algebraic sum को इस तरफ लिखूं तो I can also write I is equal to what? mr square. I can put in this manner. Because when you refer your book, students, they might have given you this as a formula. But actually, what is algebraic sum of mi? Capital M. What is algebraic sum of ri square? Capital R square. तो ये क्या हुआ? ये moment of inertia हुआ. What are the factors in which moment of inertia depends? So it depends on the mass of the body. It also depends on to what? So the distance of the constituent particles from the axis of rotation. Students, everybody listen carefully. Distance of the constituent particles from the axis of rotation. अब मुझे ये बताओ students, ध्यान से सुना students. Okay, let us take a simple example. I have two rotating platforms, students. I have two rotating platforms, and in both of these rotating platforms, I have a boy standing. Okay, on both, and the weight of the boy is the same. But students, ध्यान से सुनना. In the first case, the boy is having dumbbells into his hand. Okay, he has dumbbells into his hands. Okay, each of mass 5 kilogram, and he has kept it far away from his body. Second case, my students, the same boy has placed the same dumbbells closer to his body. Now, the answer is, students, both the dumbbells each are of 5 kilograms. The two boys are of same weight. Both of them are on rotating platforms. Students, my question to you all is, where is the more external unbalanced torque will be required? Will it be required in the first case or in the second case? First case, where the person has stretched his arms, and the second one, person has taken his arms closer. कहाँ पे तुम्हें ज़्यादा external unbalanced torque देना पड़ेगा? Yes, Neha.
Sir, the first.
First case. Pio,
Yes, sir, I said the first one.
Neha, what about you? Is it first case or second case, Neha? कैसे Pio? Can you answer why first case?
So second case.
Second case. What
Sir,
is
second case.
What is moment of inertia? What is moment of inertia? Product of mass in square of the distance of the constrained particles. Students, जितना मास ज्यादा दूर डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होगा उतना मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया बढ़ेगा. स्टूडेंट्स, यहाँ पे तुम्हें टॉर्क ज्यादा देना पड़ेगा और यहाँ पे टॉर्क तुम्हें कम देना पड़ेगा. Friends, more amount of torque is applied in this case for a body to undergo rotational motion. Less amount of torque is needed for a body to undergo, because more amount of rotations can be considered. Distribution of mass के ऊपर है ना students. कहाँ पे mass ज़्यादा distribute हुआ है? ज़्यादा distribution is far away. It's far away from the axis. जितना तुम mass को दूर की तरफ distribute करोगे उतना heaviness उस तरफ पड़ेगा. तो उसको ज़्यादा force लगेगा in order to move it. Are you getting it, students?
Yes, sir.
Is this clear to all of you all?
Yes, sir.
So when you're trying to understand, students, your concept of moment of force, students, do keep in mind, greater the mass, more is the moment of inertia, and greater the distribution of mass about the axis of rotation, students, more is the moment of inertia. A simple example, students, a simple example I'll try to consider, students. Are you getting it? Suppose if I give you a solid sphere. ना एक सॉलिड स्फीयर दे रहा हूं स्टूडेंट्स और मैंने उसका सेंट्रल एक्सिस लिया है. ये सॉलिड स्फीयर है स्टूडेंट्स और एक मैंने हॉलो स्फीयर दिया है. ओके, हॉलो स्फीयर दिया है स्टूडेंट्स. दोनों का रेडियस सेम है, लेकिन एक सॉलिड है और एक हॉलो है. ध्यान से सुनना स्टूडेंट्स, ध्यान से सुनना. एक सॉलिड स्फीयर एक हॉलो स्फीयर, दोनों का रेडियस सेम है. आई वांट टू रोटेट इट स्टूडेंट्स. कहाँ पे मुझे इनर्टनेस ज्यादा ऑफर मिलेगा? वेयर एक्जेक्टली आई हैव गुड मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया?
Solid.
हॉलो,
Solid.
सॉलिड या हॉलो?
Solid.
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 Solid. Anybody else? Answer is hollow. More the mass is distributed away from the axis of rotation, students. And if you happen to, students, if you're slightly wise and very smart enough, try to look into your textbooks. You must have given the values of this also. Students, moment of inertia for a solid sphere, if you happen to refer that book, students, it's given as 2/5 mr square, keeping mass constant, keeping mass of the entire body to remain constant. But the distribution of mass is different. Second case, it's 2/3 mr square hollow. So is 2/5 greater, 2/3 greater? 2/5 का मतलब कितना हुआ? 0.4.
2/3.
2/3 is what?
Sir,
0.
greater.
यानी ये ध्यान में रखना स्टूडेंट्स, दो ऑब्जेक्ट अगर मैं दोनों का मास सेम रखूं, रेडियस सेम है, लेकिन ध्यान से सुनना, मैं अभी भी बता रहा हूँ स्टूडेंट्स, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया का कांसेप्ट क्या है. लुक एट द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ मास. सो द मास इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड मच मोर फार अवे फ्रॉम द एक्सिस ऑफ रोटेशन स्टूडेंट्स. तो वहां पे तुम्हारा मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया बढ़ जाएगा. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स? हाँ स्टूडेंट्स.
Yes, sir.
Now suppose if I happen to give you, listen carefully. I'll give you a 5 rupee coin. Okay, a 5 rupee coin or a disc. Let me take in this one, a disc. Means a solid disc. Thickness negligible. Okay, and I'll take a ring. The mass of the ring and the mass of the disc is exactly same. दोनों का mass same है. Radius दोनों का same है students. Radius भी दोनों का same है. लेकिन एक है disc और एक है ring. Students, my question to you is, कहाँ पे तुम्हें external torque ज़्यादा देना पड़ेगा? Will it be in a disc or will it be in a ring? That means my question is, where I need to apply a large amount of external force, tangential force, so the body will
Yes.
rotate. Will it be in a disc or will it be in a ring? Or second way, who has the larger moment of inertia? तो क्या बोलोगे? तो स्टूडेंट्स डिस्क और रिंग का मास सेम है, रेडियस सेम है, लेकिन डिस्क के अंदर मास इज यूनिफॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड थ्रू आउट, लेकिन रिंग के अंदर मास इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड अलोंग द सर्कमफरेंस. इज दैट मास डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड क्लोजर टू द एक्सिस और फार अवे फ्रॉम द एक्सिस?
Sir, far away.
तो आर स्क्वायर की वैल्यू बढ़ेगी कि नहीं बढ़ेगी? And
Yes,
I is
sir.
proportional to distribution of mass, square root of the distribution of mass. तो students, moment of inertia रिंग का बढ़ेगा और इसका कम होगा. और तुम ध्यान से देखोगे ना तुम्हारे बुक्स के अंदर स्टूडेंट्स, they must have given you the moment of inertia about a central axis perpendicular to the plane passing through the center of mass of a uniform disk, students, is mr square by 2. Whereas moment of inertia for an axis passing through the center perpendicular plane lamina for a uniform ring is simply mr square. And मुझे बताओ, is 1 greater or 1 by 2 greater?
1.
समझ में आ रहा है स्टूडेंट्स मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया का कंसेप्ट क्या? अभी तो अभी और एग्जाम्पल स्टूडेंट्स, और एग्जाम्पल. ओके, suppose if I give you a rigid lamina, students, एक lamina मिल गया, rigid lamina, these are points. Okay, now suppose if I give you different axis, students, I'm giving you the first axis is passing through AD. ये मेरा पहला axis of rotation, यानी पूरे body को, ये students ये देखो, ये पूरा rigid lamina students. मैंने एक rigid lamina sheet लिया है, मैंने thickness negligible लिया है, और मैंने यहाँ पे एक axis को यहाँ पे pass किया, and I'm making it to rotate about this axis. Okay, so this is my first axis of rotation. Second axis of rotation, I'll keep it in this manner. This is my second axis of rotation. This is my third axis of rotation. My question to you students, where is the inertness offered will be more? When I go for the first axis of rotation, second axis of rotation, or the third axis of rotation?
First.
First one. Why? So distribution of mass is quite greater away from it. Students, यहाँ पे देखो तुम्हें inertness ज़्यादा मिलेगा करके, the distribution of mass is more far away. ये तुम्हारा axis है. So suppose अगर तुमने axis second पे रखा हो तो it will rotate more easily. You can have more number of revolutions or rotations in that case. लेकिन यहाँ पे नहीं. यानी यहाँ पे moment of AD की वजह से moment of inertia बढ़ गया students. यानी moment of inertia with respect to axis AD is greater. ध्यान से सुनना. With respect to 3 और 2 के बीच में कौन सा smaller होगा? This
Too
is far.
small.
है ना? ये देखो ये distance far है, ये distance shorter है. Students, ये देखो ना. Suppose अगर मैंने दिया ये rectangle है ना students. ये देखो. Suppose if I give you this as 2 meter. I getting it? And if I give you this as 5 meter. Students, what is the distance? What is the distance of the particles from the axis of 3? So this will be 2.5, 2.5. What is the distance? 1 and 1. Uniformly distributed. So can I say my least moment of inertia will be for 2? Maximum 1. MCQs are asked like that. I1 greater than I2 greater than I3. Is this correct? हाँ sir, I1 is greater. नहीं sir, ये wrong है. I1 greater है, which is greater than I3, which is greater than I2. This is my correct answer. क्या ये clear हुआ students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting it? Now can I erase this, students? Have you understood the concept of moment of inertia? So students,
Yes,
the word moment of inertia we consider is the measure of inertia or the tendency of a body to undergo rotational inertia. The answer is now. The tendency of a body to undergo rotational inertness is due to the mass of a rotating body. And this mass of a rotating body is simply called as moment of mass or moment of inertia. Greater the moment of mass or greater the moment of inertia for a given rigid body, the external force required will be also greater. So greater than mass, greater is the moment of inertia. Now, if I want to compare between two bodies, keeping mass constant, if I try to increase the distribution of mass away from the axis to a great extent, what happens in that case? Then the inertness will increase. So more the distribution of mass away from the axis of rotation, what happens in that case? The moment of inertia will increase. Is that clear? That is why a ring has larger moment of inertia as compared to that of disk. A hollow sphere will have more moment of inertia as compared to that of solid sphere. keeping of same mass and same radius. यानी जब ऐसे समझोगे ना स्टूडेंट्स, तो तुम्हें formulas भी याद रहेंगे. You don't have to memorize. Other students who don't understand the concept of moment of inertia, then they start memorizing it. फिर वो सोचते हैं 2/5 कहाँ पे आता है, 2/3 कहाँ पे आता है, 1/2 कहाँ पे आता है और 1 कहाँ पे आता है. They start learning in that manner. तो देखो, अगर मैं ये बंदा लूँ और ये लूँ, तो यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे मास डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड फार अवे फ्रॉम द एक्सिस, यानी सर यहाँ पे मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया बढ़ेगा, यहाँ पे इनर्टनेस बढ़ेगा, यहाँ पे इनर्टनेस कम होगा. Is this clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Can I erase it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so let me put forward your terms related to your rotational and your linear terms. Please pay attention. On this side, I'm going to go for linear terms, and over here, I'm going to go for rotational. I can also say rotational or circular, whatever. एक simple example, सुन ध्यान से सुनना. अगर मैं बोलूँ Earth, okay? अगर मैं बोलूँ Earth perform कर रहा है rotational motion, students, तो मुझे बताओ, what about India? This is equator, somewhere in the Tropic of Cancer. Friends, what about India? India क्या perform कर रहा है? तुम बोलोगे सर, जब Earth rotate करेगा तो India क्या कर रहा है? Revolve कर रहा है ना? तो India is performing circular motion. समझ में आ रहा है स्टूडेंट्स? अगर कोई बॉडी रोटेशनल मोशन परफॉर्म कर रहा है, तो व्हाट अबाउट द कंस्टिट्यूएंट पार्टिकल्स इनसाइड इट, ऑल ऑफ देम परफॉर्मिंग व्हाट काइंड ऑफ मोशन? सर्कुलर मोशन. सिंपल एग्जांपल लो, सपोज अगर मैं कोई स्पिनिंग टॉप लेता हूं, भंवरा, लेट अस से दिस इज स्पिनिंग टॉप, ठीक है? अगर मैं ये भंवरे को रोटेट कर रहा था स्टूडेंट्स, तो ये उसका एक्सिस ऑफ रोटेशन हुआ. अगर सपोज इसी टॉप के ऊपर मैंने एक छोटा सा स्टिकर लगा दिया, या ममा की बिंदी, सर की बिंदी होती है ना, वहां पे अगर मैंने इसको चिपका दिया, यहाँ पे गेटिंग इट, स्मॉल रेड कलर का बिंदी मैंने चिपका दिया स्टूडेंट्स, तो मुझे ये बताओ स्टूडेंट्स, जब ये टॉप रोटेट करेगा, व्हाट अबाउट बिंदी इज परफॉर्मिंग व्हाट काइंड ऑफ मोशन?
Circular motion.
सर्कुलर मोशन. ये ध्यान में रखना. Are you getting it? ये concept है. यानी अगर किसी ने पूछा if an entire body is performing rotation motion, what about its constant particles are performing circular motion? अभी दूसरी बात, अगर मैंने बोला कि the body is performing pure rotational motion का मतलब क्या है मालूम है स्टूडेंट्स? The rotational velocity, so called as angular velocity of such a body remains constant. अगर किसी भी angular velocity of a body remains constant, students, then what about the particles? Constant particles are performing what kind of motion? Uniform circular motion, where the speed of the body remains constant, direction goes on changing at each instant. क्या ये clear हुआ students?
Yes, sir.
The angular velocity of the earth rotating about its own axis is constant. What about earth is performing? Of course, it performs circular motion and it's performing uniform circular motion. That is why we have days and night which are taking place in a proper intervals, we consider. Now, if I try to make it much more properly in this case, now students. So how do you go about the terms? I'm going to write down and then I'm going to speak about that. Let us go for the terms first. So if a body is set to move along a straight path, we go for linear displacement. Same body, when I make it to rotate, that will be angular displacement. The unit over here will be in meter. The unit over here will be in radian. Students, rate at which displacement takes place is called linear velocity, meter second inverse. Students, rate at which angular displacement takes place is called angular velocity, radian second inverse. It goes exactly in analog. स्टूडेंट्स ये लीनियर मोशन के लिए हम लोग क्या कहते हैं, ds by dt, यहाँ पे d थीटा by dt। अरे हाँ सर, यानी डिफरेंशिएशन भी कर सकते हो। कैन आई गेट वेलोसिटी फ्रॉम डिस्प्लेसमेंट, व्हाई नॉट? डिफरेंशिएट डिस्प्लेसमेंट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम, आई एम गोइंग टू गेट वेलोसिटी। यानी सर आप ये भी पूछ सकते हो, अगर आपने कोई इक्वेशन दिया, ध्यान से सुनना स्टूडेंट्स। अगर मैं बोलूँ अ बॉडी सेट टू परफॉर्म रोटेशनल मोशन, listen carefully, a body is performing rotational motion and the angular displacement of the body, and the angular displacement of the body is a function of time, and it is given as 5t square minus 2t plus 3 in radians. My question to you students, can you find out the angular velocity of the body at the end of 2 seconds? Instantly you'll say, हाँ sir, क्यों नहीं? ये आपने theta दिया है, which is a function of time. Students, theta is a function, time is a variable. I get it. And since you have expressed in terms of time, I need to go for omega. What is omega? Omega stands for angular velocity. How is angular velocity of a body defined as? Sir, angular velocity of a body is defined as the rate at which displacement takes place. जैसे यहाँ पे s ds by dt को हम डिफरेंशिएट करें, तो यहाँ पे थीटा को डिफरेंशिएट करो ना, तो डिफरेंशिएटिंग 5t square minus 2t plus 3 by dt, so that will be equal to 10t minus 2. This answer will be radian per second, but I want it at the end of 2 seconds. So 10 into 2 minus 2, what's my answer? 18 radian per second. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
यानी स्टूडेंट्स ये लीनियर काइनेमैटिक्स के हिसाब से हुआ, ये रोटेशनल काइनेमैटिक्स के हिसाब से हुआ। तो ये टर्म्स तुम्हें ध्यान में रखना चाहिए। अब देखो, if I say rate of change of velocity, students, what is the rate of change of velocity is called? Acceleration, meter second square inverse. What is rate of change of angular velocity is called? Angular acceleration, radian second square. सिर्फ मैंने टर्म्स को चेंज कर दिया। Angular acceleration is driven by variable alpha. It's a vector quantity. Then if I say, students, what exactly the inertness offered? The inertness offered with respect to translation motion is simply measure of mass. That is why what exactly the rotational inertness offered is called moment of mass, also called as moment of inertia. And what is it? Capital I. And students, यहाँ पे m आया, which is measured in kilogram. ये क्या है? सर ये है किलोग्राम मीटर स्क्वायर। क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
It's a simply an analog I've given to you. Can I erase this part?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So students, the rotational inertness offered to a body performing rotational motion is moment of inertia, that is capital I, and that is kilogram, meter square we consider, and this is simply mass, which is measured in kilograms, students, and I can be written in terms of what formula is mr square I can put forward. Now suppose if I happen to go for the force applied for a body to move along a straight path as far as linear force, that is mass into linear acceleration. What about the rotational force required for a body to rotate? Students, instead of mass, can I put I? Why not? ये है measure of mass is measure of inertia, moment of mass, moment of inertia, linear acceleration, angular acceleration. ये देखो ना, ये force linear force के लिए, ये tangential force के लिए torque के हिसाब से गया। तो अगर मैं F is equal to ma लिखता हूँ, तो by analog I can write on torque is equal to I into alpha. Torque is also written as what? R cross F. One force into perpendicular distance. दोनों का यूनिट क्या होगा? न्यूटन मीटर। क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
Now suppose if I happen to go for linear momentum, students, linear momentum is mass into linear velocity. Likewise, identically, by analog, can you have an angular momentum also? Why not? P stands for linear momentum, L with an arrow stands for angular momentum. And students, have you come across this angular momentum earlier? हाँ sir, gravitation में आपने बता दिया था, Kepler's law. Kepler's law for a body revolving, students. I made it very clear, the areal velocity remains constant. Do anybody remember the Kepler's second law? No, students, do anybody remembers Kepler's second law? What exactly Kepler's second law? The radius or the position vector traces equal area in an equal interval of time. That means the areal velocity dA by dt all the time remains constant, and it is expressed as capital L by 2m. Capital L stands for angular momentum, m is the mass of the revolving body. तो समझ में आ रहा है students?
Yes, sir.
It's only very few students are replying and responding. I don't know about the rest of them. I don't know about rest of them, what they are doing it. Hope that they are getting it. Tejas, are you getting it? Tejas, Vansh, Veer, Sumit.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So can you repeat the fourth point of in the linear column?
Uh, this is linear displacement, linear velocity, linear acceleration, the mass associated for a body undergoing linear motion. That is, the inertness offered to a body performing translational motion is mass. And the inertness offered for a body to perform rotational motion is moment of mass, that is moment of inertia. And then
Okay,
you
sir.
have linear force. This linear force we consider over here is the angular force we consider simply torque. Linear momentum, this is called as angular momentum. This is m into v, I into omega. This is linear momentum. This is angular momentum we consider. Agreed? Now suppose if I happen to go forward exactly translational kinetic energy, so that's given by the formula half mv square. और then OB कौन सा होगा सर? यहाँ पे rotational kinetic energy होगा. What is rotational kinetic energy? Half तो आएगा ही. M की जगह पे क्या आएगा सर? I आएगा. ये भी inertia, ये भी inertia. यहाँ पे linear velocity होगा तो यहाँ पे angular velocity होगा. ये आंसर जूल में, ये आंसर भी जूल में. Friends, it's not a rocket science. It's simply an analog I'm trying to put forward. Resemblance to. For a body moving along a straight path, for a body rotating about its fixed axis. So what exactly the rotational terms are? Rotational terms are theta, omega, alpha, torque, angular momentum. These are the terms we consider. Now suppose if I happen to go for work, work is equal to what? So work is equal to force into displacement. It's a dot product of F dot S. What is the work done in order to rotate a body? Instead of F, can I put torque? Why not? Instead of linear displacement, students, can I go for angular displacement? Why not? This answer also is in joule. This answer also is in joule. What exactly power? So power is simply given by the formula force into velocity. Even this is also dot product. Answer is in watt. So what exactly the power required for a body to rotate? Instead of force, this will be torque. Dot product, instead of linear velocity, this will be angular velocity. And the answer is in watt. What are the linear kinematics which you have come across, students, for a body moving with uniform acceleration along a straight path? V is equal to U plus AT. Everybody knows these particular equations. S is equal to UT plus half AT squared. What exactly next one? V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. What is the displacement during the nth second of its motion? It's U plus A by 2 into bracket what? 2n minus 1. Is that clear? Displacement during nth second of its motion. Students, क्या समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो यही तुम्हारे ट्रांसलेशन में क्या हो जाएगा? v की जगह पे क्या आएगा सर? फाइनल, दैट आंसर सुना, ये फाइनल लिनियर वेलोसिटी. स्टूडेंट, तो ये क्या होगा सर? ये होगा फाइनल एंगुलर वेलोसिटी. ये इनिशियल लीनियर वेलोसिटी, ये इनिशियल को मैं ओमेगा 0 लिखता हूँ ना. मेरे पास दूसरा वेरिएबल नहीं बचा तो मैंने ओमेगा 0 लिख दिया. ये इनिशियल एंगुलर वेलोसिटी, ये फाइनल. ये लीनियर एक्सेलरेशन, तो यहाँ पे एंगुलर एक्सेलरेशन टाइम्स t. देखो एग्जैक्टली इन रिसेम्बलेंस. नाउ हाउ डिड आई गेट दिस from velocity? How did I get this? So differentiate this with respect to time. So करो ना, इसको भी differentiate. आएगा ना तुम्हारा answer. What is differentiating d omega by dt? So d omega dt will be what? V. I can consider this case. Sorry, if I happen to go for V, sorry, when I go to go for velocity with displacement, students, you have to go for integration. Velocity to displacement, students will go for integration. Displacement to velocity will go for differentiation. यहाँ पे भी integration से आ सकता है students. तो देखो तुम्हारा second equation s is equal to ut plus half at square होगा, तो ये क्या होगा?
Theta is equals to omega plus alpha t into t integration.
Get? यानी अगर तुम्हें s is equal to ut plus half at square, so omega t plus half into alpha into t square आ गया. ये तुम्हारे टर्म्स हो गए. यहाँ पे v square is equal to u square plus 2as, तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Omega square, omega naught square plus 2 into alpha. Linear displacement, angular displacement. What is displacement during nth second of its motion? Same, u plus alpha by 2 into bracket 2n minus 1. क्या ये सारे formulas clear हुए?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
जब भी तुम ये कनेक्ट करना शुरू कर दोगे ना, चैप्टर बहुत इजी हो जाता है स्टूडेंट्स. यानी तुम्हें ये ध्यान में रखना, ऑटोमेटिकली सारे सिर्फ वेरिएबल्स को ध्यान में रखना है और उनके करस्पॉन्डिंग यूनिट्स. now let us understand where are these vectors acting, because these are all vectors. कहाँ पे एक्ट हो रहा है? कहाँ पे एक्ट हो रहा है? So let us go for this part. Please pay attention. Now answer now. Suppose if I happen to give you an asymmetrical body. Students, think as if this asymmetrical body, I'm making it to rotate about a given axis. तो ये है तुम्हारा स्टूडेंट्स एक्सिस ऑफ रोटेशन. ये है इस बॉडी का सेंटर ऑफ मास. Again, the entire body is set to rotate about this axis. Students. Now, to understand all the terms associated, students, what I'll do, I'll try to break this particular body into different parts. जहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया मालूम है? एक मैंने एक rectangular lamina लिया, students. Think as if it's a rectangular lamina, and that rectangular lamina is passing through it. Like that, I can go for several laminas. ये भी एक lamina, ये भी एक lamina. मैंने अलग-अलग lamina ले लिए, students. अलग-अलग lamina ले लिए. सोचो कि 3 lamina लिए, 1, 2, and 3. Now let us speak about the particles, students. Let us speak about. Please understand the diagram very clearly. ये शायद ऐसे कोई diagrams तुम्हारे books में दिए भी नहीं होंगे, but this will make your concept more clear. Students, the entire body is performing rotation motion. ध्यान से सुनना. Now suppose अगर मैं उसके and it's a rigid body. Hello students. ये rigid body है students. So how are the particles? Sir, the particles are very closely and compactly placed. Internal storing force is maximum. अभी for example मैं अलग-अलग particle ले रहा हूँ. Students, मैंने यहाँ पे particle लिया. I'll take it as particle 1. I'll consider. I'm getting it. I'll take it over here as particle 2. I'll take over here as particle 3. I'll take over here as particle 4. Agreed. Now, if in case if I have to go for a particle 5, let me take it in this manner. So when can I say I've gone for different particles, but the entire body is set to rotate about its own axis. So what about all these particles? It's just that particle 3 is performing circular motion. Particle 1 is also performing circular motion, लेकिन उसका radius, orbital radius सबसे ज़्यादा है. देखो ना, इसका orbital radius सबसे ज़्यादा है 1 का, तो उसका orbital radius R1 होगा, इसका orbital radius R3 होगा. ये जो है 4, उसका ऑर्बिटल रेडियस 5 का ये होगा R5, ये होगा R2. What about 4 is on the axis? So मुझे बताओ, जब ये पूरा बॉडी परफॉर्म कर रहा है रोटेशनल मोशन, तो मुझे बताओ which particles will perform uniform circular motion, students? The answer will be what? So particle 1. Agreed. Particle 2, yes. Particle 3, yes. Particle 4, no, because it's on the axis. So particle 4, students, is always at rest. It is on the axis, students. Those particles which are on the axis of rotation, they never perform circular motion at all. They are along the fixed axis. They have no motion in that case. So 1, 2, 3, particle 4 and particle 5. Sorry, particle 5. We consider 4 is not there. They all perform what kind of motion? Circular motion. Now if I happen to go for which has the maximum radius, sir, R1 is maximum. Because R1 is maximum. What about the least velocity? So the least velocity is for R3. R3 is minimum. Sorry, least radius. सबसे least radius ये है. सबसे maximum radius ये है. क्या ये clear हुआ students? R1 is maximum and R3 is minimum. हाँ students?
Yes, sir.
अगर suppose मैंने बोला कि ये जो पूरा body है students, the entire body is set to rotate with constant angular speed, students. तो मुझे बताओ students. What about 1, 2, 3, 4? All of them are performing what kind of motion? Uniform circular motion. That means जितने भी ये particles है सारे कौन सा motion perform कर रहे हैं? UCM करेंगे. लेकिन UCM में भी students सबसे maximum velocity किसकी होगी? 1 की होगी. क्यों? Students, because V is equal to R omega. V is equal to R omega. जिसका radius बड़ा, उसका velocity ज़्यादा. Keeping angular velocity constant. क्या ये पार्ट क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स आपको?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting this part very clearly, students? ये बहुत important part है स्टूडेंट्स. वापस मैं बोल रहा हूँ, why is it so कि 1 का velocity ज़्यादा है, तो तुम्हें तुरंत बोला सर उसका ऑर्बिटल रेडियस ज़्यादा है. सिंपल सर, अगर आपने कुछ कार्स को ले लिया स्टूडेंट्स, अगर कोई कार सर्कुलर ट्रैक पे मूव हो रही है और उनका स्पीड कांस्टेंट है, तो सबसे मैक्सिमम स्पीड लिमिट वाला कौन सा कार होगा? जिसका जो एक्सट्रीम में होगा. तभी जाके स्टूडेंट्स जब भी हम ओवरटेक करते हैं तो राइट हैंड साइड से ओवरटेक करते हैं. हमारा राइट हैंड ड्राइव है, और हम राइट हैंड साइड से ओवरटेक करते हैं। सर्कुलर पाथ में हाई स्पीड्स इज ऑलवेज ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड इन इंडिया, लेकिन अब्रॉड जाओगे तो लेफ्ट हैंड ड्राइव के अंदर हाई स्पीड्स ऑलवेज ऑन द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड। क्या ये समझ में आया स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
ओके, बी इज इक्वल टू आर ओमेगा, जितना ज्यादा रेडियस उतना तुम्हारा हाई वेलोसिटी हो जाएगा। अभी सपोज इफ आई आस्क यू स्टूडेंट्स, वेयर आर ऑल द लीनियर टर्म्स एक्टिंग? स्टूडेंट्स, वेयर आर द लीनियर टर्म्स एक्टिंग? तो देखो, वेयर आर द लीनियर टर्म्स? Suppose if I look at particle 1, students, listen carefully. My linear displacement is in this direction. Linear velocity is in the same direction. Agreed? Linear momentum is in the same direction. Linear acceleration in the same direction. Linear forces in the same direction. ये है तुम्हारा position vector, R bar. Which vectors are acting along the Z axis? Students, ये Y axis, ये X axis, Z axis में कौन सा है? Angular displacement, angular velocity, angular acceleration, angular momentum, torque. तो जितने भी एंगुलर टर्म्स है वो सारे कौन से हैं? एक्सिस ऑफ रोटेशन के ऊपर होते हैं, और लीनियर टर्म्स विल बी अलोंग टैंजेंशियली। क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes,
Is
sir.
this all of your
Yes, sir.
जितने भी लीनियर टर्म्स है स्टूडेंट, जितने भी लीनियर टर्म्स, वो सारे लीनियर टर्म्स विल बी एक्टिंग अलोंग y axis. All the angular terms will be acting. That is why students, in circular motion we use cross products. In circular motion and rotational motion के अंदर we use cross products. Cross products is not used anywhere else in physics. You must have learned vectors जहाँ पे dot products और cross products पढ़ा होगा, और तुम्हें जब भी cross products पढ़ा होगा students, your teacher must have told you about right hand screw rule. Right hand screw rule. Look over here. If the body is rotating, see the particles are performing circular motion. Suppose if I take this particle and the particle is performing circular motion, these are my tangential terms. Students, where is my thumb pointing? Where is my thumb pointing? Upwards. And these are all my angular terms. The angular terms are along z-axis. Linear terms are along y-axis, that is tangential. Only position vector is along x-axis. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ सबको?
Yes, sir.
क्या मैं इसको इरेज कर सकता हूँ अभी? Can I erase it?
Just a minute, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Done. Okay, students. Now let's move further actually. Okay. Now I'll give you certain relations for moment of inertia, students. If in case if I say about moment of inertia, students, for a thin uniform wire of length L. Okay. This is the center of mass. Then moment of inertia for a thin uniform ring about an axis passing through the center and perpendicular to the plane lamina. This is moment of inertia about an axis passing through the center and perpendicular to the length. This students will go for moment of inertia of a hollow cylinder.
about a central axis. Students. This is hollow. This is ring. All these are uniform objects. Students. Then you have a disk. Okay, thickness negligible. I'm going to finish about an axis for a disk, uniform disk. Then a solid cylinder. So these are certain geometrical shapes which a student should know how to go about with it. Okay, these are basic definition formulas which you need to keep in mind. This is solid cylinder. Then I can go for a solid sphere. Moment of inertia along the diameter passing through the center of mass. Okay, for a solid sphere. I can go for a hollow sphere also. Same central axis. Okay. Then if in case if I happen to give you for a rectangular plate having length and breadth, thickness negligible, which means this is length and this is breadth. The axis is passing through its center and perpendicular to the plane. Then I can give you a square lamina, all sides congruent, thickness negligible. Of side L, square lamina. Okay. Then I'll give you moment of inertia for a cylinder, okay, perpendicular to the length. This is axis, the axis is passing through the center of mass and perpendicular to the plane surface, means over here it's perpendicular to the length. This is radius R, this is length L, this is center of mass. I want moment of inertia for this one. So let us go for certain geometrical shape objects, students. Before going for this, students, hope everybody knows that I must have told you earlier also, students, what is CM and what is CG? Can anybody tell me about this part, students? CM का मतलब क्या, CG का मतलब क्या, students?
CM is center of mass and CG center of gravity.
So, what exactly center of mass is?
So the point where the
full body mass is concentrated.
Where the entire mass of the body is supposed to be concentrated. And center of gravity?
point where entire weight of body is concentrated.
Okay, the point where the algebraic sum of total moment of force about that point is equal to 0 and the body is in equilibrium. That is center of gravity, students. Now, let me ask you, students, do center of gravity do lie inside the matter or can lie outside the matter also?
It may be outside also. Center of
Suppose-
gravity.
Yes, suppose if in case if I give you, students, if I happen to give you a boomerang, have you seen a boomerang, students?
Yes.
So where is the center of gravity of this particular? Somewhere over here. It's lying outside the body, students. Center of gravity can lie outside the body, students. It can lie into the matter, can lie outside the body, matter. Okay, where the entire weight is supposed to be concentrated. So likewise, one can also say about center of mass. Now I'll take a simple example, students. अभी देखो मैंने thin uniform wire दिया, students. Actually मैंने एक wire दिया, students. I'm giving you a wire of 10 centimeter. Very thin wire, students. Thin wire, thickness negligible. मुझे बताओ इसका center of mass कहाँ पे होगा? तो अगर मैंने 10 centimeter लिया तो students, can you tell me it's at 5 centimeter? Is it clear, students?
Yes, sir.
So where is the center of mass lying? Is it lying inside the matter or outside the matter?
Inside.
But now suppose यही wire अगर मैंने ring में बना दिया, that means now my circumference of the wire is 10 centimeter. and now the mass is uniformly distributed along the periphery, along the circumference. Students, मुझे ये बताओ, where is the center of mass for this particular body now?
Center of the circle.
Yeah, center of the circle. So does it lie inside the matter or outside the matter?
Outside.
Outside the matter. लेकिन यहाँ पे हम assume कर सकते हैं the entire mass of body supposed to be concentrated. यहाँ पे हम assume कर सकते हैं entire weight of the body supposed to be concentrated. My next question, students, can CM and CG be concurrent? Can CM and CG be concurrent?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
For what kind of objects?
Sphere.
Sir, if
Pardon?
Sphere.
Students, for point masses. See, I asked you, can CM and CG be concurrent? Concurrent matlab they should be one and the same. And this is only for point mass. Students, जितने भी masses हम देखते हैं ना आजू बाजू में, whatever masses we consider in physics, the answers in our students, whatever masses or whatever objects we are trying to consider in a day-to-day life or in physics, students, we always compare those masses with the huge mass, that is the Earth. Students, अगर मैंने तुम्हें पूछा ये अर्थ है, स्टूडेंट्स ये अर्थ है, ध्यान से सुना स्टूडेंट्स, ये रेडियस ऑफ द अर्थ और ये सेंटर ऑफ द अर्थ है स्टूडेंट्स. And suppose if I say you are standing on the earth's surface, मुझे बताओ स्टूडेंट्स, where is the center of mass and center of gravity? Are they two different points? Are they same point? हाँ
Same
स्टूडेंट्स,
point.
सेम पॉइंट. और ये शायद मैं बता चुका हूँ लास्ट लेक्चर में. Students, did I tell you about these things?
Yes, sir.
So how do you forget it? What makes you to forget? For a point mass system, students, ये ध्यान रखना, center of gravity and center of mass are one and the same point. Center of gravity shifts towards the heavier mass. ये भी ध्यान में रखना students. जहाँ पे mass ज़्यादा होगा, CG will try to shift in that direction, students.
For a perfectly made sphere, wouldn't it would be at the center, the same?
What are you
Sir,
saying?
for a perfectly made sphere, both will be concurrent, right?
Yes, both will be concurrent. लेकिन हम compare किससे करते हैं? We are trying to compare with the Earth only. अगर concurrent है तो of course center में ही है. लेकिन hollow sphere के लिए it's in the hollow space. It's not within the matter. Solid sphere के लिए CM and CG can be same, but हम compare किससे करते हैं? We need to compare with respect to some other object, and that is with respect to the Earth. We try to compare it with respect to the Earth as a huge mass. So in comparison to Earth, we all are considered to be point mass, and for point mass systems, students, CG and CM are always concurrent. ये हमेशा ध्यान में रखना. दूसरा, suppose if I give you a hollow cone, a cone which is hollow, and a cone which is solid. Okay, students, same base radius, same height. My question to students, where exactly the center of gravity for a hollow cone and for a solid cone? Center of gravity. चलो दो चीजें मैं पूछता हूँ स्टूडेंट्स. मैंने अगर पूछा स्टूडेंट्स, मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया फॉर अ गिवन एक्सिस दोनों का सेम है, मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया किसका ज्यादा होगा? हॉलो कोन का होगा या सॉलिड कोन का होगा? दोनों सेम मास के हैं एंड दोनों का सेम रेडियस है.
Hollow.
Hollow
Hollow.
cone.
Absolutely correct. Now my question is, students, for a hollow cone and solid cone, students, where is the position of center of gravity in each case? तो तुम क्या बोलोगे? तो you should say, sir, आपने बोला था कि जहां पे मास हैवी होता है, CG उस तरफ शिफ्ट होगा. स्टूडेंट्स ध्यान से सुनना, अगर मैं सॉलिड कोन लेता हूं तो कैन आई से द मास ऑफ द कोन इज मच मोर हेवी एंड इट इज एट द बॉटम ऑफ द कोन फॉर अ सॉलिड कोन. So students, center of gravity for a solid cone is at a height of h/4 from the base. This is the total height of the cone. h/4 from the base. लेकिन वही अगर hollow cone लेता हूँ students, hollow cone, the mass is not direction heavier at the bottom students. तो यहाँ पे तुम्हारा CG थोड़ा सा raised होगा. Height is h. यहाँ पे students h/3 होगा. Getting it? This is 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 0.25, 1 by 3, 0.33. Can I say center of gravity always shifts towards the heavier mass? तो क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes,
सर
sir.
नहीं क्लियर हुआ, एक बार फिर से बताएं।
ये सब ध्यान में रखना स्टूडेंट्स. अभी एक सिंपल एग्जांपल, सपोज सिंपल एग्जांपल स्टूडेंट्स, यू ट्राई टू गो फॉर टू इंडियन कार्स. दो इंडियन कार को पकड़ लो स्टूडेंट्स. एक वैगनर पकड़ो और एक स्विफ्ट पकड़ो. हैव यू सीन स्विफ्ट या बलेनो या स्विफ्ट? ऐसे तो
Yes,
कौन सा स्टूडेंट्स सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी लोअर होगा इन अ वैगनर और इन अ स्विफ्ट?
Fifth.
स्विफ्ट थोड़ा सा लोअर है. वैगनर का रूफटॉप ज्यादा है. वैगनर स्टूडेंट्स इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ अ मैच बॉक्स. वैगनर people call it as a match box. ऐसा मैच बॉक्स की जैसे, तो उनका सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी रेज होता है. गेट. और स्विफ्ट तुम देखोगे तो स्विफ्ट का the rear portion saying it's slightly more bent in this case. So what exactly we consider is we take it CG is lower. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
जितना लोअर CG स्टूडेंट्स, जितना लोअर सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी उतना स्टेबिलिटी, उतना इक्विलिब्रियम. The body will be certainly having a good equilibrium in that. Now let us go for the formula for moment of inertia, students. Students, moment of inertia about an axis perpendicular to the length and passing through center of mass for a thin uniform wire, students, of length L. Formula is ml square by 12. Moment of inertia about an axis perpendicular to the plane and passing through center of mass of a ring is, students, mr square. Moment of inertia for a hollow cylinder of radius r passing through its central axis perpendicular to the plane, mr square. And students, दोनों का formula same है, इसलिए मैंने साथ में लिखा है. Moment of inertia for a uniform disk, okay, uniform disk of thickness negligible, students, okay, about the central axis perpendicular plane of radius r is mr square by 2. Moment of inertia for a solid cylinder about an axis passing through center of mass perpendicular to the plane lamina is again mr square by 2. So for solid cylinder and disk, it is but of course less than hollow cylinder and disk. This is 1 by 2, this is 1. Moment of inertia for a solid sphere about its central axis or passing through a diameter is 2 by 5 mr square. Moment of inertia for a hollow sphere about a central axis passing through center and perpendicular we consider is simply 2 by 3 mr square. Same radius we consider. Moment of inertia for a rectangular piece lamina, students, length and breadth, thickness negligible. For example, a bar magnet. This means moment of inertia for this will be equal to ml square plus breadth square divided by 12. Moment of inertia for a square lamina, ये rectangle lamina, ये square lamina, thickness negligible. तो तुम क्या करोगे? सर रेक्टेंगल में लेंथ और ब्रेथ दोनों होता है, तो आपने दो लिखा. यहाँ पे ब्रेथ तो है नहीं, तो कहना है पर ब्रेथ के साथ में लेंथ ही डाल दूं, है ना स्टूडेंट्स? तो एल स्क्वायर प्लस एल स्क्वायर क्या हो जाएगा? 2l square अपॉन 12. व्हाट्स आंसर? ml square by 6. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स? स्क्वायर lamina. देखो चेंज नहीं है स्टूडेंट्स, ये एल स्क्वायर प्लस ब्रेथ स्क्वायर डाल दिया. यहाँ पे ब्रेथ है नहीं, ब्रेथ की जगह पर मैंने एल डाल दिया. तो एल स्क्वायर प्लस एल स्क्वायर 2l square upon 12, आंसर भी ml square by 6. Moment of inertia about a cylindrical axis we consider for an axis passing through center and perpendicular to its length, students. It's ml square by 12 plus mr square by 6. Can I erase this now, students?
Sir,
क्या
I
मैं
have-
इसको Students, can I erase it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Actually, the next concept speaks about is a concept of radius of gyration. Students. So the word radius of gyration simply speaks about distance. Unit is simply in meter. And its mathematical relation K is given by the formula. Students, it will be under root I by M. That means we know that I is equal to mr square and I can be written in terms of mk square. Students, where K is the radius of gyration. So what is K? Under root I by M, and the unit is in meter. Now, what is this radius of gyration, students? Many students has this confusion. K radius of gyration hai kya, students? Please pay attention for this, okay? Now, please pay attention, students. Suppose if I say that I am taking a solid sphere, students, okay? And this particular solid sphere, students, has an axis passing through the center of mass and along the diameter, students. Since I use the word solid sphere, students, how exactly the atoms and molecules are? You'll see so very closely and compactly placed. It's a rigid body we can consider. The internal restoring force is maximum, students. What is the radius of this particular sphere? It's capital R. What's the moment of inertia about this particular solid sphere, about its central axis? What's my answer? So it'll be 2 by 5. M is the mass of this particular body, n square of the distance. Students, is this much clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अभी मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ students? अभी मैं ये पूरा जो solid sphere है students, ध्यान से सुनना students. Let us say that this particular solid sphere को मैं assume करता हूँ that I've considered the solid sphere to be as a point mass. पूरे solid sphere को मैंने एक point mass पकड़ के इसको capital M लिया, जिसका mass capital M है. यानी ये पूरे sphere को मैंने एक छोटा सा mass में convert कर दिया है, उसका mass और sphere का mass same है. Students, इसका mass और sphere का mass same है. तो मुझे ये बताओ students, मुझे ये बताओ, what about the distance of all the constituent particles which were inside? Students, what has happened to the distance of all the particles? Then you say, sir, अगर आपने सारे body को अगर assume कर दिया है एक point mass, so can I say the entire distance of all the particles can be considered to be equal to the distance from the axis and where the point mass is placed? ये जो distance है ना students, that is called as radius of gyration. And what is this distance? Students, this is nothing but it's the mean square distance of all the constant particles of solid sphere. Please listen carefully, students. ध्यान से सुनना. यानी suppose अगर मैंने mass m1 लिया, उसका distance r1 है. Mass m2 लिया, उसका distance r2 है. Mass m3 लिया, distance r3 है. r4 है, r5, r100, rn. Then how do I go for k? What exactly k? K can be simply written as what? Under root r1 square plus r2 square plus r3 square. Yani it's a square of the distance of all the constant particles plus rn square upon number of particles. Since can I call this as root mean square? Listen carefully. Root mean square distance of all the constituent particles of the entire body, and that is written in terms of k. यानी k है क्या? k का जो distance है students, इनका सबका average निकाल के होगा ना, that becomes. और ये k क्यों लिया है? बिकॉज सर आपने पूरे बॉडी को एक पॉइंट मास ले लिया है. तो व्हाट अबाउट द डिस्टेंस ऑफ ऑल द पार्टिकल्स? आई एम टेकिंग इट इक्वल टू k. Now अगर मैंने पूछा स्टूडेंट्स व्हाट इज द मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया ऑफ द स्फीयर, तो बोले सर मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया ऑफ द स्फीयर इज 2/5 m/2. So what is the moment of inertia of this particular particle? तो बोले सर इसका मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया ऑफ पॉइंट मास का तुम लोगे तो है तो स्फीयर के पॉइंट मास तो सेम ही है. तो उसका फॉर्मूला सर m होगा n स्क्वायर ऑफ द डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द एक्सिस ऑफ रोटेशन, तो m k स्क्वायर होगा. तो पॉइंट मास का मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया m k स्क्वायर है, सॉलिड स्फीयर का 2/5 m/2 है. That means the moment of inertia of this point mass is exactly equal to the moment of inertia of the solid sphere, students. Now when I equate these two, therefore what exactly 2/5 mr square is equal to mk square. M will get cancelled. Am I getting k square as 2/5 r square? Exactly same formula I'm getting it over here. Yes. What is k? So what is k? Taking square root. So it's 2/5. Capital R is outside. What is this we call? Radius of gyration for what? For solid sphere. What is the value of k square by r square for a solid sphere? K square by r square for a solid sphere is simply 2/5. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
यानी रेडियस ऑफ गायरेशन मैथमेटिकली कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करोगे? शायद तुम्हारे बुक में भी नहीं दिया होगा, ये वाला भी ये पार्ट ये दिया होगा. Students, radius of gyration है क्या? Now if somebody asks what is radius of gyration, so what will you say? Radius of gyration is defined as, students, is defined as distance of a point mass. Distance of a point mass where the entire mass of a body is supposed to be concentrated. And the point mass has the moment of inertia. The point mass has the moment of inertia equal to moment of inertia of the given body. The moment of inertia of the point mass is equal to the moment of inertia of the given body. Students, what is k? It's simply root mean square distance of all the constituent particles from the axis of rotation. So when I equate the moment of inertia, can I get the value of k? Yes. And since it's a distance, students, यानी क्या हुआ मतलब मैंने r1 का डिस्टेंस लिया, r2 का सबका डिस्टेंसेस का मैंने एवरेज निकाल दिया. फिर वो जो डिस्टेंस मुझे मिला ना, आई हैव जॉइंटेड दिस मास फ्रॉम द सेंटर. यानी जब ये एंटायर बॉडी रोटेट होगा तो आई अज्यूम दैट द पार्टिकल्स आल्सो परफॉर्मिंग व्हाट? सर्कुलर मोशन. So that's what the concept of radius of gyration. So students, whenever you read your textbook, they must have given you radius of gyration is the distance of a point mass from the axis of rotation of a given body, where the entire mass of a body is supposed to be concentrated, and has the moment of inertia equal to the moment of inertia of the given body we consider. Therefore, k can be written in terms of under root I by m. Actually speaking, k is root mean square distance of all the constant particles, and the unit is always in meter. Is this clear, students? So is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Again, suppose when we just what exactly is in case if I ask you what is the value of k square by r square for a ring, k square by r square for a disk, k square by r square for a hollow sphere, तो क्या बोलोगे तुम? So what will you do? Sir, k square by r square यानी k for moment of inertia of ring is equal to moment of inertia of this. यानी ring का क्या है? Students, mr square that is equal to mk square. M will get cancelled. K square by r square for a ring 1. For a disk क्या होगा? So this is mr square by 2. दोनों का moment of inertia equal करो ना. This is equal to mk square. What is k square by r square? 1/2.
By 2.
What is for hollow sphere? So it will be 2/3. This is 2/3 mr square for hollow sphere, and that is equal to mk square. M will be cancelled. What exactly will 2/3? क्या ये clear हुआ? K square by r square for all geometrical shape.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Can I erase this, students? क्या मैं इसको erase कर सकता हूँ?
Yes, sir.
When we started off, students, the number of students were around 86 and 89. 86, 89. Now see 76. This is what the problem with the studies is. Parents are also not looking into it. Kids are also enjoying their life. And then they'll blame the online sessions or reasons for not getting it. Students, एक बात बता देता हूँ students, अगर एडवांस के अंदर तुम्हारी रैंक स्टूडेंट्स अगर एडवांस के अंदर तुम्हारी रैंक 2500 या 3000 के अंदर नहीं आती है ना, तो यू एंड टू अ कंप्लीट मिस। आई एम टेलिंग यू वेरी क्लियर स्टूडेंट्स, ना घर के ना घाट के, कहीं के नहीं रहोगे। So students, be careful about these kind of studies. And those who get a rank in mains, students, their advanced ranks goes 2,500 behind whatever rank you get in mains. I can tell you very clearly, a person who got 100 percentile, students, a student who got 100 percentile, you're getting it? Rank 1 for JEE mains, advanced rank is 360. Very few students can sustain their ranks. ये बहुत ही फाइन लाइन के ऊपर तुम्हें खेलना है स्टूडेंट्स। नीट के अंदर भी जब तक तुम्हारा स्कोर किसी भी हाल में 660 के ऊपर या 640 के ऊपर क्रॉस नहीं करता, आउट ऑफ 720 640 क्रॉस नहीं करता, possibility of getting into KEM is not at all, into Mumbai, 720. So people who are happy with 560, 580, students, you have to work a lot. Not at all. You're not at all. You're nowhere over there. See, बहुत ही dicey situation. Students, I've seen students, you won't believe students who are so good enough. Okay, their ranks have reached to 4,000, 4,500 in JEE Advanced also. If you want to get in Mumbai, you have to score up around 660, 650 के ऊपर, 660 के ऊपर around. Then you're somewhere within Mumbai. Recently, the advanced results were out, students. You won't believe a student who did a repetition. वापस repeat किया students. Repetition करने के बाद में भी उसकी rank 10,500 है। क्या हालत खराब हो गई उसकी? Because उसने मेंस तो वापस दिए नहीं, सिर्फ एडवांस दिया, नए बिट्स की एग्जाम्स दी। तो हुआ क्या स्टूडेंट्स, उसका प्रॉब्लम क्या हुआ? अभी JEE एडवांस में 10,500 के हिसाब से उसको एडमिशन चाहिए, कहाँ पे मिलेगा? कहीं नहीं मिलेगा स्टूडेंट्स। 10,500 में 10,500 he going to any, he can get into, ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं मिलेगा, he get into any of the new IITs, and that also a non-core stream जिसका कुछ मतलब ही नहीं। Problem lies over there. And when you go away from your home for 4 years, when you're not doing in that case, and when you go away from 4 years, things becomes haywire. So please students, be smart, be alert, be attentive, and be sincere with your work. Can I erase the students? Can I erase the
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This quota system has really done really bad to all open category students. Quota system ने सबकी हालत खराब कर दी है। The scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, EWS. अरे you won't believe students, you won't believe JEE advanced का total mark students 360 में से 19 mark 19 out of 360 रैंक 2200, मिल गया आईआईटी बॉम्बे। क्या करेंगे ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स? शेड्यूल का शेड्यूल ट्राइब EWS, उनके अंदर उनको रैंकिंग मिला है, क्या करेंगे आईआईटी बॉम्बे आके? भजन करेंगे फिर वहां पे। जब ये इनको नहीं आता है, 19 मार्क्स लेके आते हैं, तो वहां पे जाके क्या करते वो? वहां पे जाके क्या करते हैं स्टूडेंट्स? दे वेस्ट somebody's seat.
So
They
can you
cannot go
repeat?
19 marks, 19 out of 360. Rank is around 2300. He's getting into IIT Mumbai, but not for the core branch. नीचे वाले, he can get into IIT Madras, he can get into, लेकिन नीचे वाले IIT खड़गपुर में तो अच्छा मिलता है उसको। लेकिन वो करेंगे क्या स्टूडेंट्स वहां पे सीट ऑक्यूपाई करके? जब भी एडवांस में उनको 19 मार्क्स मिल रहा है, यू वोंट बिलीव, -1 का भी रैंकिंग शायद 3000 था, शेड्यूल ट्राइब बोलो। और दूसरे स्टूडेंट को 130 मार्क्स, 130 मार्क्स प्लस 100, जनरल कैटेगरी 130 मार्क्स और 360, रैंक इज 11,500। दिस इज द मिजरी। इसलिए बोलता हूँ स्टूडेंट्स, बहुत बहुत ये बहुत बेकार है।
सर ये तो फिर बहुत गलत है।
तो गलत है ना स्टूडेंट्स, से बहुत गलत है ना, नहीं हो रहा है कि यही तो है, दैट इज व्हाई इट हैपेंस। लेकिन अभी कौन समझता है, कौन समझता है? एंड VP सिंह वाज द वन हु वाज आउट विद ऑल दिस। होता है, करते हैं। ये इनका ये एक्चुअली होना चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं कि रिजर्वेशन नहीं होना चाहिए स्टूडेंट्स, होना चाहिए। लेकिन पीपल हैव नाउ टेकिंग एन अनड्यू एडवांटेज। अभी क्या हो रहा है मालूम है? जनरल कैटेगरी के people is now also making a false try to work out in that case. It can be. This is what has provoked people to work out in that manner, which is absolutely wrong. Friends, believe into yourself, try to work sincerely accordingly, and that will help you out. Okay. Friends, next lecture will be continuing further. And now we have to simply do the derivations of this, friends, a few derivations of this. And then the last part will be rolling motion. Next lecture will be completing it. You have one more schedule in this week, friends?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Thursday.
Yes, sir.
So we'll be completing during that time. Okay, friends?
All right, sir. Good evening, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Hi, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.